Have you ever marveled at how your favorite foods stay fresh for what seems like forever? How does canned food last for years without spoiling? What's the secret behind those home-canned goods that stay safe and tasty for so long? Today, we're diving into the intriguing science of food preservation and exploring the ingenious ways we keep our food fresh and safe. Imagine a world without refrigeration, without the ability to can or dehydrate foods. The idea of food preservation might seem like a modern necessity, but it's been a fundamental part of human survival for thousands of years. Long before refrigeration was invented, our ancestors had figured out ways to store food that would last through the winter. They might have dried meat, salted fish, fermented vegetables, and invented techniques like canning to keep food safe and edible for extended periods. And today, these ancient methods are still relevant and form the foundation of modern preservation techniques. But what's the science behind how these methods actually work? At its core, food preservation is all about managing the enemies of freshness, primarily microorganisms like bacteria, yeasts, and molds, as well as the enzymes within the food itself. These elements cause food to spoil or decay, and our preservation methods aim to eliminate or inhibit their growth and activity. One of the oldest and most straightforward techniques is dehydration. By removing water, we create an environment where microorganisms simply can't survive. Think about it. If you've ever tried to grow anything in a completely dry environment, you'll know that it's nearly impossible. Without enough moisture, microbial growth is effectively halted. Now, that's why dried fruits, jerky, and air-dried herbs can last so long. Salting and sugaring work on a similar principle. These processes leverage a phenomenon called osmosis. High concentrations of salt or sugar in a food item create an environment that draws water out of the food and any microbial cells present. As water moves out of these cells, they dehydrate and can no longer function, resulting in a significant reduction in spoilage. That's why cured meats and jams can remain fresh for extended periods. Heat treatment is another powerful tool. Canning involves sealing food in airtight containers and then heating it to high temperatures. This process kills existing microorganisms and enzymes, and the airtight seal prevents new contaminants from getting in. Pasteurization, commonly used for milk and juices, uses less intense heat to significantly reduce the number of harmful microbes, making the product safer and extending its shelf life. On the other end of the spectrum, refrigeration and freezing work by slowing down biological processes. Cold temperatures drastically reduce the metabolic rate of microorganisms and the activity of enzymes. While refrigeration slows things down, freezing essentially puts them on pause. When water freezes, it forms ice crystals that make it unavailable to microbes, effectively halting their growth. In the next episode, we'll explore more modern techniques like vacuum sealing and modified atmosphere packaging, as well as the fascinating world of fermentation. So stay tuned because there's a lot more to food preservation than meets the eye.